Hey.
Hey.
So, how's it going?
Good. Yeah, looking forward to playing tonight, and I feel fresh, feel ready.
Good. And so, tell me more about your sound.
So my sound, I'm a singer-songwriter, and so that sort of says a bit about it, I suppose. It's vocally based and it's lyric based. And in terms of like a production and a band sound, we borrowed a lot of sounds from sort of old jazz records and soul from the 60s and stuff like that. So it's double bass and it's muted horns and it's brush drums and I would say definitely sexy sounds, yeah.
Sexy, eh?
Yeah.
I like the way you describe it, sexy sounds, okay. Nice. So, and how long have you been doing music?
I think I'm like Britain's oldest up and coming artist. I was a drummer originally, and so I played the drums from the age of like 10 to 20. And then when I moved to London, I thought the drums were a bit too big to get into like a studio flat. So started playing guitar, and then so in the current guise, I've been doing it for about 10 years probably, yeah, and absolutely love it. But that's why I joined the Rattle, is to take it from something that my mum likes to something that can get into other people's ears, yeah.
Good place to start.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and so you're really looking forward to the event. And
yeah, well, it's an amazing opportunity. You know, there's 150 odd of us, and I think I suppose I must have suited what they're doing tonight. For a singer-songwriter, I suppose I slightly tie into the more sort of hip-hoppy vibe than most singer-songwriters. Not that it's hip-hop, but you know, it can tie together as a night rather than being a sort of folk act starting for a hip-hop band.
So, tell me a bit more about your songwriting process.
So sometimes it's really short. Usually it's quite a long process. I'm quite involved with like the meaning of all the lyrics to maybe quite an anal extent. But what tends to happen is I have an idea of a riff in the middle of the night and then record that on a voice memo or something like that, and then I usually wake up in the morning and it sounds terrible. It's just like Aah! But then I think there's something in that whining at 3:30 in the morning that's quite good. So it almost always starts with a sound that is not without lyrics or meaning. It just starts with a sound, and then that develops over time, and I just fill it in with lyrics that are just rubbish, talking about badgers or old shoes. And then my process every day, I for my day job, I commute half an hour there, half an hour back, and on the way to work I commit to not listening to anything and not doing anything on the tube. I just write lyrics every day, and it means that sometimes you're on a real good roll and you can just flow out a whole song in one go. Usually it's the case that you have to force yourself for like 5 minutes to write rubbish, and then all of a sudden things start happening, you know, and over time songs form. Probably takes about a year per song, I would say.
So what's next for you?
Well, next I've recorded like 35 demos, 35 tracks. So what we're going to do here is try and pull out what the best ones are, form those into like an EP, or maybe we're just going to release them as singles. And the guys here are helping me to make a plan of, you know, don't just waste it and throw it out there without a plan. Make sure you've got videos there, make sure you know who your audience is, and that's what they're great at doing.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So great opportunities are coming to being a member of the Rattle collective.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd really recommend it, yeah. I'm not just being forced to say that.
Yeah. Well, I wish you all the best with your music. I'm really excited to see you perform later as well.
Yeah. 8:30 apparently, 8:30.
Yeah, nearly that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the best.
Great
Thank you. Great to meet you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.